Hello Aries, welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me in this reading. Today we are doing the monthly reading and this is for the month of July. So let's see what July has in store for you. Do make yourself comfortable. Just breathe in and out consciously to relax your mind and body so that you're able to absorb these messages, and also in that state you can also connect it with your own, whatever it is, how it connects with whatever it is that you are going through, right? So the messages are going to be common, but there is going to be something specific for each and every one of you also in this reading. So I will draw 4 cards, one for each week, roughly each week, roughly 7 days. The energy can overlap a little. So the first week, second week, third week, and the fourth week. So what do we have in the first week for Aries? We have the Page of Pentacles. You got the Temperance card, Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups. In the first week of July for you Aries, there is going to be this is a time where you will need to be hands on with some work, some opportunity, some offer which comes your way. Now this offer is coming because you're not quite happy with the way things are, and all of a sudden when this offer comes, it is going to help you look at a new horizon for yourself. Whatever has been happening so far, you want to change, you want to do something different. So that offer will be there coming about for you in the first week, whether it is something that comes up from your own thought process, your own imagination, your own desire to break out of a rut and do something new or start something new, or it could be something which another person offers. But do explore the idea, just see what you can do with it and put in that effort to think about it and look at it from a completely new perspective. It's not about committing to it in the first week itself. It's about seeing how you can balance it and incorporate it into your activities, other activities, as well as in your life. First and foremost, to see does this have any place in your life. And I think for all of you, you need to first start with that premise that what difference does this bring to my life. Okay, and because with the Temperance card, it is here, it's talking about blending this into your life, into your activities, slowly, little by little, having a completely new perspective, not the tried and tested way of doing things, the tried and tested way of doing this because this is what it is likely to get you. This has come as a breath of fresh air, I feel. It is something which has a lot of potential, which has a lot of possibility, but you need to explore that. So take your time to explore it and see what it can offer you, because I think it is an opportunity for you to bring your skills and talents to the fore, to whatever you have studied, whatever you have learned. Now you see what you can do with the opportunity you have, which you will be getting in the first week of July. Got the Moon card in the second week, the Knight of Swords, the World card, and the Knight of Pentacles. You've got two knights with very contradictory energy. See, in the second week you will have these kind of fears coming about what to do, what not to do, how should I do this, a little bit of see, emotionally you could feel very, very charged. Some of you could feel emotionally very, very charged about getting cracking with something. And it's like yes, I've gone through it in the first week, now second week I cannot wait to get started. Let me get started on this without a moment to lose. Okay, but you have to slow down a little, Aries. Don't rush into action. You need to be more focused on planning how you are going to do it rather than going ahead and doing it. You have to see your limitations, you have to see your boundaries, you have to develop a structure for yourself in which you can do what you want to do. So if you're feeling a little emotionally, sometimes the fears and the insecurity and the instability is there, doubts are there, again, just focus on how to proceed with this rather than giving into your emotions. Be practical about how you can move forward, what are the steps you need to take, formulate a step by step plan and procedure. And in that, when you feel those fearful and those, feel fearful or doubts, sorry, feel doubtful or a little fearful or a little insecure, don't rush into taking a decision that I don't want to do this, let me just end it. No, just, be more practical and look at a long term vision and break it down into more achievable goals for the next step only. So draw your own boundaries and limitations and say that, all right, I will work in this and let me see, how this works. For those of you who feel supercharged about, proceeding with this, you are also cautioned that slow down a little in the second week. Restructure, frame a structure and work in that for the time being as you get started with that. Because you need to see if your first few steps are going to be good and sound and are going to, give you a strong foundation on which you can build up. So the foundation process is one which requires a lot of planning, thinking, structuring, and a very good and clear thought process, because that is one thing we cannot change for anything, right? The foundation, whether it's a house, whether it's a project, whether whatever it is, that is the blueprint, that is on which everything is going to rest. So second week for all of you, you need to plan that and, define a solid structure for which you will be following as your first few steps. Third week of July, Two of Pentacles. This is a month of putting in effort, right? You've already got quite a few Pentacle cards, but it's all about, putting in the effort and, creating that foundation for yourself as of now. Speaking of Pentacles, you got another one, King of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Strength card. There could be a little confusion in the third week regarding what I should pick up, what I should drop. What is it that I should do, or what is it that I should not do? And with the Strength card over here, see, where your strength lies between two options. Which is your forte? Which is your strong point? Which is it that you can bank on 100%? Which is it that, you have more experience with, more knowledge about? Probably, you have an affinity for one option more than you have for the other. Whatever that might be, whether it's, your feelings towards it, whether it is your approach towards it, whether it is your thought process, whatever is the stronger option you feel, you need to go ahead with that, and that is going to be successful for you. That is what is going to, and stay committed to that then. Because, between two things, it's one, even it will always be 49 and 50, the closest you can get. Choose 50 and stay committed to that. Leave the 49. So focus on your strengths, and of course, you will, and anything which makes you, the confidence level rise in you. That spark becomes a little flame, right? Something which eggs you on, something which makes you motivated, something which gives you that spurt of energy. That is what is, your indication that this is what I should follow. Anything which lowers your energy even a little bit, it's like, as compared to the other, take the one which has more energy, which makes you feel more energetic and enthusiastic. That is the one you need to commit to. That's the guidance for you in the for the third week, right? That will be the time when you will need to take that decision, somewhere around the 20th. So let's see what is in the fourth week. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely card to get in every reading. It's all about a good time and a good cycle. You're starting, you're at the top, at the beginning of a cycle. Five of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. See, this is a very good and fortunate turn for you, Aries. Make the most of it. Do not get, don't get caught in a conflict with yourself. The conflict is not with another person. The conflict is clearly about you, within you. Whether you could be feeling that, is this going to be good for me? How is it going to work out? What should I do? Or generally a sense of competition, that I should be better than someone else. I have to make this a success. All of those things. Or getting into the push and pull of things, that and not staying committed to one. That's why you got this card, Two of Pentacles. Whatever you choose, you stay committed to it and leave that conflict behind you in the third week itself. Okay, though it is going to spill over into the fourth week, it is quite clear. But this is a new beginning for you. Don't spoil this by getting confused. Don't spoil this by going back and forth. Don't spoil this by testing yourself. It's more about accepting your decision which you have taken in the third week, a decision which makes you feel good, a decision which you have thought through very logically, practically, and clearly. And in the fourth week, in case you do feel that conflict coming up again, just use the energy of the Queen of Swords, who is very, very logical, practical, and very cut and dried. It's all about, as far as work is concerned, it's all about what is going to work and what is not going to work for you. The moment you shut down the conflict and you start analyzing and you start being logical and you start weighing options, and maybe this process needs another week to weigh the pros and cons of everything. Take your time, because this is the time when things will really start moving. So the universe wants you to be very clear headed, and you should feel confident about the choice you're making. Then the wheel will start moving. You don't want to miss out on the timing. That's very, very important. That's why we've got this card of good luck coming here, that things are in your favor, Aries. Go ahead and proceed with a very clear mind and not with doubts or with pushes and pulls. Cut that out with the sword of logic and commit to that clear headed path. Weigh everything, and whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you think, makes you look good, follow that. Okay, so now let us see what the guidance is. Now for the guidance, I've taken out the moon cards, because it's all about the mind which determines the success and failure of things, and the mind which carries us through for everything. If we have made up our mind and we stay committed, we will see through it. But if we are a little wavering, then things are going to be up and down, fluctuating, sometimes like this, sometimes like that. So let's see what your guidance for the month of July is. Think it through. That's what your Queen of Swords is. Think it through, both pros and cons, in all directions, with all perspectives. Balance out things for yourself before you commit. Okay, and see, luckily you've got this Wheel of Fortune towards the end of the month, so you've got a whole month to think through things, Aries. And it's a new moon, so definitely new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of thinking. Open up to change. So again, this is a new moon card. This is what vibes with your Two of Wands over here. It's time to be receptive to the changes coming, be receptive to the offers coming, whether they are your own creation or somebody else's. It's time for a completely new chapter for you to get going with, Aries. Okay, so be receptive and open to the change, but you need to think through it very, very carefully. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. That is, the divine timing here again with the Sagittarius card coming out. Be grateful. The universe has probably answered your prayer of starting something for yourself. You were looking for a change, obviously not very happy with the way things were going, right? So this, your prayers have been answered in a way. The universe has offered you an opportunity. So it would be a good idea to thank the universe for this opportunity, timely opportunity coming your way. Make the most of it, but think through it very, very clearly. And this is going to bring about a lot of change for you in the due course of time. Okay, so that was your reading, Aries. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. If you did and it vibes with you, it resonates with you, do give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I will be back soon with another reading.